Welcome to Rory Games. Let's play Civilization V R.E.D. Revived mod. This is a total conversion mod that turns the Civilization V game into a fairly historically accurate World War II battlefield. We are... Oh, that's nice. So you can actually hear our planes flying interception. We are playing as France. This game started in 1939. It's now 1940. And we are very soon expecting the German invasion. Okay, so I think looks like I'm just looking up some things. Same phase. Okay, so looks like here in the next turn or two we can expect the attack. I think these go by 10-day turns. So anyway, we are commanding France. We are expecting the major push through the Ardennes and into the Low Countries here any minute. They have taken most of Norway, all of Denmark, and they will very soon be followed by their Italian friends down here. So the plan here is to defend, just defend the Low Countries and the Maginot against Germany throughout 1940, and start tactically winning successes against the Italians to cut them off from North Africa. So I'm talking about taking Sardinia and Sicily. Once I have Sardinia and Sicily, I will have effectively cut them off from North Africa. I will blockade Reggio. It will be very difficult for them to resupply and reinforce North Africa. So hopefully that helps my British buddies here because, as part of all this, they will invade British Egypt. So that will be the focus of 1940. And once Germany becomes entangled and with the Soviet Union, I will begin my invasion of Germany. And in fact, I would love to time it so it coincides exactly with Operation Barbarossa, but it may be more advantageous to kind of let them invade and wait till they hit some sort of stalemate in the Russian frontier before I begin my invasion. We shall see. I will be ready, but I will also be opportunistic. Okay, so let's go through. We got some personnel. Oh, did we get our B-17? We did. This baby is nice. Look at that. 70 strength. Oof. Good night, Irene. Okay. We got some gold so we can make a buy. Personnel. And we got some experience on a fort. Okay. There are no settlers in this game. Do not be misled. For some reason, the notification icon for fortresses is coming up as a settler. Okay, so what else needs to happen? I need another infantry division here in Nice. I'm going to need a couple more here in the east. Let's buy those then. Okay, that's one. Get you roughed up. So you can actually hear my air forces, as I mentioned earlier, flying interception runs around this area. So you can see I'm being bombed in Reims, Dijon, Mulhouse, and Metz. Marseille is finally ready to build something. Let's do this thing, Marseille. Let's get you going on. Ooh, this is exciting, guys. What do we build first? So we've got our redoubtables, which are our subs. Quick, easy builds. I think I'm gonna have Saint-Nazaire focus on these. In the last episode, I'd pretty much made up my mind that I wanted Saint-Nazaire, because it has a lower production value than Marseille, to focus on easier to build subs and let Marseille handle the surface fleet. So here's a Richelieu. Oh, let's just call it a battleship, a capital ship, folks. We've got 75 strength, 50 ranged. I'm really tempted to go ahead and build that, and then let's add a cruiser to that, and then we'll see where we're at. That's quite a lot of building. These guys won't be ready for 30 plus turns, but they will add a substantial weight to my Mediterranean fleet, which is slowly building up. I only have one battleship, but several cruisers, a couple destroyers. Okay. Well, the Panzer I's days on French territory are severely numbered. Okay, now I can finish it off with my D2. Boom, I have defeated an enemy Panzer I. Okay, lovely. It's funny I'm not getting any battle sounds. Why is that? Maybe it's the quick combat, but I think even with quick combat I had some battle noises. I've had several audio issues with this, my recording setup, and ran some Windows updates, and that's why I'm actually behind a day on posting this. I had to revert my build of Windows and all that lovely stuff. So put you on intercept. Okay. Next turn. Lovely. Okay. Right, so okay. They're starting to hit Nice. Interesting. That's probably to give their buddies a boost. And speaking of their buddies, they have a substantial air force as well. I don't think they have a lot of strong unit types, but they have quite a few of them. As you can see, they have 6 alone here in Rome. I think there's more in the north. We'll check when the turn is finished. Waffe and their Kriegsmarine, so that I can focus on Italy. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Alright, we've got oil going to La Rochelle, which is great because we are running a massive deficit of 22 per turn. Okay. So I'm getting 150 from Iraq, so that's good to know. I've never actually played this game as France, so it's interesting to learn these things. I've attacked Iraq in the past as Germany in order to cut off oil from Britain. I didn't realize I was doing it. I would probably do it earlier in the game. I don't know. I have a relatively easy time conquering France as Germany, so maybe it would never even come into play. Okay, let's do rough. Let's send you to Nice. Send you to Nice. Let's purchase another infantry. We're going to be restricted in our buying, I think, for a few more turns. We're down to 312 gold. We need at least 680 to buy an infantry, so looks like the military we have now is the military we'll be going with. So do I have passage in? Okay, great, I do. So because Germany's declared, I can now go into the Netherlands and Belgium. Okay, didn't see them. Good, we were first to this crossroad in the Ardennes. That's very important. Provides a strong point of defense and severely hinders their movement. Let's see, so I've got 3 armor. I can do 1, 2, 1. Help defend the Netherlands. 2. I'll put my big heavy here, the B1, outside of Brussels. Let's see, can I get infantry any closer? I don't think so. Oh, I can. Okay, those guys will go there and move in, hopefully here. We shall see. And let's get the B1, sorry, up in here. Unfortunately, I have to put him into wooded terrain. I will next turn swap him out for infantry, but I need to capture this hex and defend it. It's critical to keep the Germans pinned up here against the river. It looks like that's what I'm going to do. They're going to be able to drop in here. They may drop some paratroopers in other places. So I've got to be ready for all that. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and... Okay, Panzer III. They're not messing around anymore, are they? No, they're not. Okay, so what I'd like to see happen here is build a strategic reserve behind the Maginot and behind the Ardennes and Low Countries. So, and by strategic, what I needed armor, because it needed to be, well, it needs to be a mix actually. Armor and infantry. I can rotate infantry in and out as they get hurt, allow them to heal in the rear, and then pull up armor to counterattack any problem areas. Once I have that reserve established, I should be okay, and I can concentrate on really beating up Italy. Of course, famous last words, right? Okay, let's run some more interception with you. See, they're taking damage for sure, but at this point I just don't have any other options. Okay, no U-boats. It's great. Got my massive American strategic bombers ready to go, ready to throw against Italy. Italy's advanced air force. Okay, Fall Gelb is launched. Look at that. Drop in Fallschirmjägers, paratroopers into the Low Countries. Looks like they've landed 3 divisions, one right in the Ardennes, one Brussels adjacent, one in the woods. Yeah, good locations, good locations. Yeah, so they're attacking. I pushed out my field gun as expected. Okay. So I need to do some swapping here. They've made several attempts all across the front, but it doesn't look like they're been able to push through anywhere, and their paratroopers are relatively isolated. The city-states are now mobilizing their forces, so Belgium and the Netherlands will have 2 armor divisions and an infantry division. Okay, new project. Operation Fallgeld. Okay, gold. We have money. So we can make a buy, and I think I'm going to hold off because, well, I don't know. We're going to see how this turn progresses first off. That's what we're going to do. So we're looking good to start our just our little attack into northern Italy. Initially, it's just going to be a couple infantry divisions, some supporting guns, and an armor division. And the goal is to kind of establish a defensive perimeter outside Nice, a buffer, so that I can hold Nice. And then what I'm going to probably do is some sort of daring amphibious invasion into this open terrain to outflank. Because it's really hard pushing in through here, and Germany's going to start to reinforce as well. So stay tuned for that. That's kind of the general idea. First order of business will be taking these islands and securing North Africa. Okay, the POTUS 630. Let's do some dogfighting. Okay, let's start to establish air superiority if possible. Oh yeah, should go north. Not at war with Italy yet. Okay, let's see what's happening here. We've got our... can't really do anything there. Light tanks. Let's swap these guys. Oh, really? I'd like to swap these guys. Okay, so now we have the B1 in more favorable terrain. Looks like what I should do is pull these guys here, hit them with the field gun. Now I have the infantry division stacked with the field gun to provide defense. These paratroopers can only hold out so long against superior forces. Hopefully the British decide to engage soon. And I don't think it's worth attacking. These paratroopers are too strong. However, I can fortify up, so you can see I'm taking losses already. That's why I do need an infantry division in reserve in Metz, more than likely. And another armor. So let's get this, will be our infantry. Send him to Metz. He can garrison. And then what I'll do is save up for some sort of tank or armor unit. Hopefully in the next turn or two. And then I'll have my defensive line established as well as the beginnings of a reserve. I'll tell you what, I made fun of this lunge by the Matilda division, but right now they are proving invaluable. Quite a thorn in the German Maginot Forces side. Okay, so let's hit this Panzer III. We are winning this battle, which is nice. Anyone in here is going to get hit pretty hard. This is not a good position to be in. That said, they're going to keep trying, keep chipping away. If they can annihilate these Matildas and, you know, hit the forts, take out this fort or something, then they've got themselves a nice little bridgehead to flank. And, this, you know, that could be pretty difficult to stop if I don't have my reserve set up. You know, I wish I had this. I would like to pull this light tank into reserve and put a heavier tank division here. So I think that's going to be the plan. Once I buy a division here, I will, yes, try to swap it out. It's going to be a difficult withdrawal without giving up this territory. So we'll see. I really have no ability to attack from this position, so I'll just hold out. Same here, attacking over river just isn't happening. Okay. So the British Navy still seems to be kind of just lollygagging about here, taking significant losses. Jeez, with this cruiser. Not really attacking, not really defending. I'm not sure what they're doing. It's perplexing, their naval strategy. Okay, let's see. So, bombed Dijon, Mulhouse, attacked our fortifications, paratroopers attacked. They were pushed back by a British counterattack of armor. Thank goodness my allies stepped up, finally. So now we've got those paratroopers in quite a predicament in this isolated pocket here. So we'll slowly reduce them over time. And ideally, I'm just going to fortify up and defend and let my allies attack. Reduce. As you can see, they've got fortifications, the West Wall. They've got armor. What is that, Panzer II? Yep. And gun, infantry. That said, it's also going to drain resources. Now, I don't know how much that means in the long run. Playing Germany against Germany on deity, they're going to have so much production. But I'll tell you what, I'd rather face the Panzer II and the Panzer Grenadiers in the Ardennes than out in the open plains. Okay, so let's see. Can we close up the salient here, guys? Can we do that? Belgium, do you care about retaking your territory? Because you should. You should. So I guess I'm gonna have to do this for you. Okay. fortify up here. Could attack. I could. It's just not worth it. I would eventually, before Operation Barbarossa, it would be great to push Germany out of at least these 3 hexes here, so I can get up against the Westfall and start reducing these forts with my heavy bombers. But we'll see. It's going to be tough. Paratroopers and Panzer Grenadiers are right now the best infantry units on the field. Okay, I've got oil, personnel. They have developed the 109F, and we have finished our own design. Where is Paris now? Cranking through the designs. What is this? Anti-tank gun, another anti-tank gun. You know, seriously? They just produce so many different kinds of... Look at all these armor units. Why don't they just pick a handful of designs and... I don't know how many of these are worth doing. SAU 40. And I can't get any specs on these things. I don't know how to look up the specs. Anti-tank. I guess I just don't build some of these at this point. I like getting all the aircraft I can, although they're proving super redundant as well, just like the armor. And I like this one because it's going to be good against fortified. It's like an infantry gun, armored infantry gun, similar to the Stug, I think. So it would be nice to research that. Okay, so got my infantry reserve here in Metz, fortified all along the line. Let's put in an attack. Oh, looks like they've reinforced with anti-aircraft gun, which is an interesting call considering I'm not attacking them from the air. Okay, so I hit the aircraft gun and I hit the... Oh no, I caused the aircraft gun to retreat. Okay, so they took all the damage. So that's actually a smart move if you have a low cost unit like that. If you can't retreat this unit, if you can push a unit like that into the hex, it will take all the attack damage that would have gone to probably annihilating or forcing, probably annihilating through this Panzer III. But you can't do that long term. It's just a short term strategy. Okay, let's see. Let's get some air superiority over Nice. Nice, 5 and 10. Lovely. We'll take that all day. We'll take that all day. Okay, turns are taking longer. Big militaries now, so they keep attacking with Samoa S-35. Interesting. So they are rotating. So they do have freedom of movement, even though that British Matilda division is on the other side. Interesting. Well, that could prove a problem then. I better get an armored unit in reserve over there. We'll see what I can afford. I'd love a delivery of gold right about now. On chart, 1941 offensive. Alright, Italy has declared on me. I've got personnel, give me some gold. Personnel. Okay, Operation Silo is finished. Wow. Putting the cart before the horse a little bit there, aren't we, Germany? Can we purchase anything of value yet? What is this? Anti-tank gun. Will it stack? Yes, it can. Plus 50 versus armor. I like that. Okay, here's a light tank. Bleh. Strength 58. Okay, I think I'm gonna hold out, but I'm liking this AMR. That's a nice little gun there. 58 range strength. stack it with armor over here. Or, yeah, okay. So is this my S-35? That's my D2. This is the S-35. Right. So the S-35 is being attacked quite a bit here. So that's, okay, good. We've reduced the pocket. So that's where that AMR would be handy. In fact, let's do it. Okay, you're going to be fighting an open terrain. Okay, nice work, allies. You've killed off one of the paratroopers. But let's get this one too, shall we? Okay, this infantry division is taking heavy losses. So I need to rotate them out. That's a difficult spot to reinforce and withdraw from. So let's see what I can do here. I can pull up my Mets division there. I can take these guys. Can I really do that? Make the unit. Can I swap? I can. What? Yeah, can't go anywhere. Interesting. We'll see how that plays out when I try to end the turn and I have 2 infantry divisions on 1 tile. Rather, 1 hex. Let me do this. Let's pull back the D2. Oh, I can't. Son of a gun. Let's hit them first. And then pull back. And then there. Okay. Yeah, some weird things are going on here. Let's see what happens. Okay, we've got some more fort value. Let's, against plus 25 against units in rough. Open. So it's mostly rough we're fighting here. Oh, we've got some open there. So let's take open for now. Okay, they have moved that anti-aircraft gun back in here, so that's going to take all the damage. 15 there. And we're going to force it to retreat again. We did hit the Panzer III a little bit, which is nice. Just in our support fire, it looks like. So when you stack these guns with divisions, they do provide 1 offensive fire and then another supporting fire. So always smart to stack them, always smart to lead with a bombardment and then let them provide another support fire. So at this point with that, it's still stalemate. I just don't think it's worth doing damage to infantry right now. Especially since I have no infantry reserve over on this flank. I should probably set up an infantry reserve of the Maginot as well as one in the Ardennes and one in the Low Country. Okay. In due time. First of all, let's take care of the Italian question. Oh, the Italians. Don't you love them? God bless them. You think they would be prepared for war, but guess what? They're not. They're not at all. Can I push up in it? No. Damn. Okay. It's fine. Going to leave the gun here for this round. Wait, no, I meant to attack. Yeah. Let's try that again. Yep, we'll take it. Nice. Rough terrain, these guys. Even though they're tanks, they're going to be doing most of their early fighting here in these rough hexes. First order of business is to clear this hex. So I'm going to give them promotions that will do just that. Rough terrain promotions. Let's get you guys going on land factory and then barracks, and then you may even be a valuable producer of infantry at some point. Okay. Great, so we can begin our invasion of Cagliari. Let's do a naval bombardment. Let's bring up the Air Force, establish air superiority over the city. No resistance. Oh, they're going down now. Let's do the B-17, -14, the B-25, -11. So as you can see, Cagliari, before I even have boots on the ground, is already in dire straits. There's the legions. There's my standard infantry. There's the howitzer. And here's another infantry division. So Cagliari will fall in the next turn, I have no doubt. Now that I have those guys ashore, let's go do some scouting over here. Find out where these Italian naval forces are, because obviously they weren't sitting in ready. Or even in any sort of attack position. Okay, there's some. So we can leave these guys back here. Let's pull up the destroyer right there, leave them on alert. Let's push over here with my cruiser force. Hit their destroyers. Let's double up on their destroyer here. Nice. Now we can come up from behind them, get them there. Build up experience, which is super valuable. We've got a blockade on Genova, which is nice. We'll start bombarding them. We maybe even get Genova in the next turn. I probably should have bombarded them this turn. We'll see. I think it's easy to capture Genova at this point, but I fear a massive counterattack would push me back, and I'd be overextended and vulnerable. But not really sure. And on that note, let's go do some more submarine hunting and find out what happens on the next episode, because we are out of time for today. The Italians have declared war. There are battles raging on sea, on land, throughout the Low Countries, across the Maginot Line, around Nice, in the Mediterranean, on the island of Sardinia, and I believe also in North Africa. So we'll see how all this turns out in the next episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. Goodbye.